Today we are going to talk about urban fantasy. Literature existed in this world since the time of Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, and ancient China. Or basically when we started to write. Literature is itself a vast form, which we will talk about another time. But today we want to focus on the genres literature offers us with. As you know, there are two types of genre, fiction and non-fiction, and urban fantasy is a subgenre of fantasy which is also subgenre of fiction. Yeah, I know, I also got confused too. There are many subgenre of fantasy, but we will focus on only one today. So without further length of discussion, let's start. Urban fantasy is a subgenre of fantasy. It is set primarily in contemporary, real-world urban environments, often with supernatural or magical elements. There are some key features of urban fantasy. The combination provides the writer with a platform for classic fantasy tropes, quixotic plot elements, and unusual characters, without demanding the creation of an entire imaginary world. Urban fantasy stories take place in modern cities or urban settings. New York City, for its huge diversity, is class, race, religion. London, for its archetypal, fog, and unsettling citizen. Even Tokyo, for its culture and neon light. These are just some popular and common setting. Mainly due to these settings are familiar to readers and provide a relatable backdrop for the fantastical elements of the story. Urban fantasy blends elements of fantasy with the everyday world, blurring the lines between the mundane and the magical. Supernatural creatures, magical beings, and otherworldly phenomena coexist with ordinary life, often hidden from the general public. These are very interesting to write, if you are aware of the elements, and the purpose of your character's play in the story. The typically features protagonists who possess magical abilities or are connected to the supernatural world in some way. These protagonists may be wizards, witches, vampires, werewolves, fairies, other fantastical beings, or just normal human beings who just spiral up in all this madness. Urban fantasy often explores the existence of secret societies, hidden realms, or parallel dimensions that exist alongside the ordinary world. These hidden worlds are populated by magical creatures and beings who live among humans, often unbeknownst to them. Many stories feature investigative or action-oriented plots, with protagonists who solve mysteries, fight supernatural threats, or navigate the complexities of magical politics. These stories often incorporate elements of suspense, thriller, or noir genres. Sometimes incorporates social commentary, addressing real-world issues such as discrimination, prejudice, or environmental concerns through the lens of the supernatural. By metaphorically exploring these issues, authors can offer insights into human nature and society. The frequently explores themes of identity, belonging, and the search for meaning in a world that is both ordinary and extraordinary. Protagonists may struggle with their dual nature, torn between their human lives and their supernatural heritage, broken family, or someone with ordinary background. But choose what fits your character the most. Romance is a common subplot in urban fantasy, with relationships developing between human characters and supernatural beings, human with supernatural abilities. These romantic entanglements often add emotional depth and complexity to the story. Also, I feel it's not necessary to add romance. Friendship and mutual bonds between characters can also add emotional depth and complexity in the story. Alright, that is all for today. Have a wonderful day. Bye.